Good morning, guys. Welcome back to Tomorrow Day Farms. Today we're going to do day 2 of freezer cooking. Today I'm going to get my list. Today I had to write down my thoughts. I was kind of bouncing a little bit too much yesterday for me. So today we're going to tackle some beef stew. That's going to be for supper, and then the base of a shepherd's pie. We're going to get some beef ready for hot beef sandwiches. That would just go into the crock pot, and then when we're ready to eat, I would have it on cauliflower rice. The boys and everybody else would have it just simply on bread. But it's a really filling meal, and it's one of their favorites. For chicken, we're going to do some taquitos. That's going to be a lunchtime thing, or, well, it could be a supper thing for us, I guess. Some lemon pepper chicken. And if there's anything you guys do off this freezer meal, if you love chicken Alfredo, like fettuccine Alfredo, Cody hates lasagna, hates it. But so I decided I was going to take two things that one thing that he actually likes and turn it into a lasagna. And I turned in chicken fettuccine Alfredo into a lasagna. It is so good. So good. And you have to bake them. I'm going to bake them first and then put them in the oven or in the freezer. Just let them kind of cool. But I'm going to kind of just walk you through what I've done. Last night I didn't stop till almost 8 o'clock last night. I was pooped. I went to bed so early. And then back up at 4. So I've kind of been cleaning. I have to start with a clean kitchen. That is just me. Everything is clean. Everything is sanitized. And we're going to jump into making the beef stew, because for the shepherd's pie, it has to be cold. The base has to be cold before you add the potatoes. So, but we'll talk more about that in just a second. Alright, guys, we're going to put together these. These are like pizza in a bag, so everything goes into the bag. I made the pizza dough earlier this afternoon, and I just put a couple tablespoons. Ooh, here, why don't I just turn you the right way here? A couple tablespoons of olive oil and the pizza dough in this bag. So you put that into the bottom of the bag. Now, you could put the pizza sauce in here. I have my pizza sauce canned. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. But I have this is for a meat pizza. Here, I always put the ham in like another bag because it's always so watery. That way I can drain it better. And then in the rest of this bag here, I am going put some pepperoni, and then I have summer sausage over here. Summer sausage over here. And I don't have much of this left, so. And a little bit of bacon bits. Like so. And tie that up. Put this in this bag, like so. Wash my hands here. Now I have a big bowl of cheese here. I'm just going to put the cheese in a bag. I will wash these bags and reuse them. Couple cups of cheese. Like so. Like so. And drop this in this bag. Take the air out. There we go. And then I just got the instructions on here in case Cody happens to do it himself, or Michael will do the next one, which is a little more veggies. The pizza dough in the bottom. Bag of ham. This one I will go and get canned pineapple for that. It's sitting in a jar. I'm not gonna take it out of the jar. So, but this one is going to have sausage. Do the cheese first here. Like so. I think I have 10 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 7 in total. I think I have more dough. I'm going to put the cheese in there. Okay. Now I'm going to... So yeah, so I will wash these bags. And then when I do more pizzas like this, I just reuse the bags. A little bit of sausage. That in the bag. A little bit of peppers. I'm going to drop that in the bag and put a little bit of pepperoni. And I'm just going to keep going until they're all done. And I'm going to get them back into the freezer. Alright guys, so I got 4 of the supreme and 3 of the meat pizza. I did run out of pepperoni and summer sausage, but I do have the pizza dough here. So that's super simple. So as soon as I get some more pepperoni, but 1 tube of pepperoni did 1, 2, 3, did oh, I'm so sorry, 7 rounds of pizza. So for here, it's $4.99. Sorry guys, I got the hiccups. It's $4.99, but you divide that by 7. It's pretty economical. And then I'm gonna just pan you guys right over here, my sleeping dog, and move this bag. So then we got these 2 roast beefs here. So I'm just gonna leave these in the pan overnight. Your meat will actually go further. If you're looking to do something like chop it, like chunk it, cook it the day before, put it in your fridge, and then do it the next day. Your meat will actually go further than right now. Okay, and this is the beef from the cow we purchased. All the hamburger and everything was. And then this afternoon I have frozen ones in the freezer as well, unbaked. I have individually wrapped biscuits here. These are my buttermilk biscuits. And I'm going to pop these ones in. I have a few out for Cody and I for breakfast tomorrow. But I think I'm going to call it a night. Before I come back to you guys tomorrow morning, I'm going to get a couple chickens in the oven and get that started. And then we're going to do some chicken meals tomorrow. Just get them ready in freezer bags and stuff. But I think you guys will enjoy it. So I'm going to get all this stuff in the freezer, and I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Alright guys, so here is just some bacon fat, okay? And what I did was, I had 3 potatoes left. Out of all those potatoes we had, we brought here with us. That's what I have left. So similar to making the meat pies. It's the same theory, right? So I'm going to cook these up, and then I'm just going to pick you guys up and carry you, because you guys will be okay with that. So what I did this morning was I cooked 2 of these chickens. I'm going to take all this off, save the bones, obviously, so I can make stock. And then I'm going to shred this up in the KitchenAid. We're going to make taquitos. But on Sunday, because my potatoes were starting to go, this is what I did. I made, sorry guys, I just made a great big batch. In here is cream cheese, sour cream, ranch dressing, and a bit of heavy cream. Not health conscious at all, but delicious potatoes. This is what my mom used to call these her Christmas potatoes. They freeze exceptionally well. So I'm going to, we're going to use some of this for the shepherd's pie. That was the plan. I'll show you the roast beef as well. Oh. So this is what I'm saying. So last night, when I showed you the roast beef, I was picking at it. It's really good. This one I'm going to slice for hot beef sandwiches. This one I'm going to use for the shepherd's pie and for the stew tonight. It will reform itself. Okay? So you can cut it much easier when it's in this state. And then I will take out all these vegetables. These were just leftover vegetables I had kicking around, the last of my celery and so on, and I will chunk this up, and I'll get it ready for the shepherd's pie and for the stew. I'll bring you right back. Alright guys, so what I'm doing, I'll bring you guys in, I'm just cutting this, I don't know, 1/2 inch thick. See how it holds together? That is what happens when you let it cool. I got a little crispy on the bottom. That's why I'm kind of struggling with the bottom. It'll probably turn more after it sits in the crock pot. You'll see how I bag it up. I bag this up separately and then put the gravy in the bottom, or like in a separate bag, but it's one complete meal. Okay? My dog just caught a fly. And you see how I move around the meat as well? You gotta follow the lines. That's the key to cutting really good beef, is following those lines around and around. Obviously, Sunday night dinner, you're not gonna wait for it to cool, but if you're gonna do a freezer meal, this is a really good way to push that meat just that little bit further. Meat's expensive. And if I can show you how to expand your meat, if you have a meat slicer, I do have a meat slicer, but seriously guys, I can cut it as paper thin as I want. So I don't, my knife skills are really good, so I don't need to worry about things like that. But when I'm doing a very large amount of meat, I will pull out the meat slicer and do it that way. Okay, so I am going to continue. Sorry guys, cutting this up, and then when I bring you back, I'll show you how I bag it up. So now guys, I have the bag ready here. Okay, so all I'm gonna do is just put the meat into the bag as careful as I can, and this will be a great meal. Like I said yesterday, we have so much going on that I had to come up with something, because we were not eating very well. We were eating very crappy, and that is not my goal, to eat like quick boxed food. I had to come up with something. So this is my solution, and I'm hoping and praying it's gonna work out just fine, I'm sure. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start chopping up this one for the shepherd's pie and for the beef stew for supper. And then I'll bring you back when we start to shred. Alright guys, I'm going to add the garlic now. This is a lot of garlic, but I'm making a lot of food, and I've actually used quite a bit of garlic. Anyways, I always leave the garlic to the very last minute. I'm going to make this pretty simple. Nothing big and extravagant. Super simple. I don't know what it is when the leaves start to change color. You know, you kind of want those stews and those kind of things, and well, I do anyways. So now all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn this up a tad, okay, and I'm gonna make my roux here. Now guys, it's looking a little dry, so I'm going to add some olive oil to that. And if you've never made a roux before, always remember, when the flour starts to smell kind of nutty, that's when you add your liquid. You have to cook out that flour, or I am telling you, that's all you're gonna taste is raw flour, and it's absolutely horrible. Like right now, that's all I smell is raw flour. Then over in this pan, I will pan you guys up. Over here, this had the roast beef in it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make my gravy for my packet over there. And then when I'm done with that, I'm just gonna shift a whole bunch of stuff over back into this pan. You'll always notice, like if I've roasted a chicken or something, I always do everything in this pan. This pan is already flavored to that beef. So I'll scrape it really well, and we'll do some cornstarch in that. To me, cornstarch holds better in the freezer. And I don't want to beat this up too much, but I do. Almost there. I do want to ensure that that flour is cooked, okay? And it's not burning the bottom. We are going to add some more vegetables to this, do not worry. Just keep smelling it. It'll almost smell like roasted potatoes. Oops, sorry guys. Almost like roasted potatoes. There is a bit of onion in there. I did forget to bring you guys back for that. But you've cooked with me long enough, you know the drill. I'm going to use some of my box gravy. I'm not going to use any of my canned stuff. That is for winter. This is why I buy, excuse me guys, these boxes. For reasons like this. This is one of the main reasons right here. And it's all, I always buy the low sodium, so I control the sugar. If you buy full, like beef broth or something, you will, like, it's pure salt. It's horrible. So, then when I fill up my bag, if there's extra gravy, I'll just move it over here. Like I said, this beef is all from our cow. And I'm telling you guys, worth every penny. We actually lost our footage. Our camera, I think we're going to have to invest in a new camera. It lost all our footage. So, but like we got, I got cuts like flank steak and, New York strip steaks. Like, you just, for Canadians, we don't see a New York strip steak very often. It's not, we see a lot of T-bones, ribeyes, things like that. We have, show you actually. Like, this is the size of the ribeye steak, right? But there's no bone. It's just pure meat, like. And then Michael likes the tenderloin steaks. He really liked those. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring everything up. I'm going to get this heated through. I'm going to add some chili peppers, and because I want a bit of kick to it. And then I'm going to get this gravy made. Alright guys, so I'm going to back you guys up here just a tad. Bring in a tad here. Okay, so this is our stew for dinner. So about 10 minutes before, I'm just going to drain a jar of these. We can these up together for our frugal canning. Then I'll add these. The meat will go in the bottom of our bowl. And then we'll pour this beautiful gravy over top of that. Okay? So now over here, pan you guys up. Over here, I'm going to add a jar now. Okay? So I already got a jar out for supper. We're just going to simply add this to this. And then I'm going to pick you up and move you over there. This will just sit here now until I'm done the Alfredo lasagna. Okay, and then before I go outside to help Michael, I'll put this in the oven at 200, and it'll just sit in the oven all day, just kind of perking away. It'll be delicious. All right, so I got my pans out, and it's gonna pick you guys up. You guys are used to walking around with me here. So now I have these pans. There we go. Oh, I'm gonna have to change my battery, guys. Okay, so I have my two pans here. I should be able to finish this part, and then I have the gravy separated for hot beef, like so. So now all I'm gonna do, I used my lid, okay, and I'm just gonna drop this in the bottom. Very simple. Just gonna kind of throw it together here, guys, so you guys can see. And then I'll make smaller chunks, right? Look how tender that is. Move it down. Tender that is. Okay, so I'll get rid of this one because my battery is going to die. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add this to this, okay? And then when this cools enough, I will add the potatoes. If you don't do that, then your potatoes will fall through a lot of times. If I only have enough for one, that's fine. Or maybe one and a couple small ones. I have the containers for that as well. Now, it looks like I might only have enough for one, but that's perfect. That's fine. Michael's out there working on the pig barn. Now this and some of those buttermilk biscuits I made. Oh, come on now. Or just a simple salad. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be bigger on sides than the meat being the main meal. And this gravy will work down into that gorgeous roast beef. I'm telling ya. Yep, only had enough for one, but that's fine. Any leftover roast beef, I will just put in with the hot beef. No big deal. Alright, so I'm going to let this cool change my batteries, and I'll be back. Alright guys, so what we're going to do is we're going to make the base to the Alfredo for the lasagna. Okay, so yeah, there's still a little bit of chicken in here. That's okay. It's not the it'll be good, I promise. Okay, so now I'm just going to use some of my canning. I have some milk here that I canned, and then I got a couple cans of cream of chicken. We're going to use that. Just going to get everything open here. And before this gets too hot, I'm going to get my milk in there. If you guys only have, say you guys have heavy cream, that'll work too. But this is what I'm going to use today. This is what I used when I was trying to create this. There we go. Throw those away. And then we're almost going to make like a bechamel. Okay? And this is going to be so, so good. Okay. And I think I actually might need a little bit more, because I want to make more than one. I want to make at least two. So I am going to add just a little bit of milk. If I have to thicken it, I will. And we have all those juices from the chicken, so that's just going to add to it as well. I'm just going to add the 2 cans of cream of chicken. If you don't have cream of chicken, you don't need it. I'm just using this as like a flavoring, a thickener. If you don't know, Parmesan cheese is also a thickener as well. Guys, we cannot get over how cold it is here. Like, we contemplated lighting a fire this morning. Like, it's crazy. Like last week, I'm serious, we were sweating. We had the AC on in the bedroom, and I don't know, a lot of times we will get, like I know the Carolinas have hurricanes right now, and a lot of times we will get like a cold air effect or something, but we're not supposed to go above 20, I think Michael said 24 this week, which is pretty cold for right like this time of year. Excuse me. Like, it's craziness. Even the south is cold. I think I missed a bone. So the reason I used the whole chickens is it's actually cheaper than buying boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Here, it's actually fairly expensive to buy boneless, skinless chicken breasts. It's actually cheaper to do it the way we did it. So, and I'm not trying to make these expensive, right? I want them frugal. It's who I am. I'll take that piece of skin out. Did miss that. Alright, so now all I'm going to do, I am going to add a bit of salt. Not a whole lot because the cheese is salty, and then we'll taste this before, and pepper of course. And then we'll get all our other, I'm going to get it in now I think. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of chili powder. Oops. 2 tablespoons of parsley. Ooh. And I will just throw it all in. I didn't need to put that much in there. Two teaspoons of basil. and 2 teaspoons of oregano. And then we're just going to let this come to a light simmer. And I'm just going to keep tasting it, and then until I'm happy with the salt, okay? It may be a chicken bouillon that I use, which it probably will be. And then this will make a gorgeous sauce. And then we'll add the Parmesan cheese at the very end, because you don't add the cheese right away. Super easy. Thinking about doing this like once a month. Doing up a few meals, like take a couple days and do a couple meals. It just gives me another backlog for my canning, right? Like, you know, if I want to put the oven on or whatever, you know, like today. Today's a good oven day. There we go. Alright guys, I'm going to bring this up to a simmer, because I don't want to leave it and go start something else until this is done. And then I am going to bring you back when we add the cheese. Alright guys, I did forget the 2 tablespoons of dry mustard, and I am adding a pinch of sage to this, just to bring out that chicken flavor a little bit in the bechamel. So I'm going to mix this through here. Like, I mean half a teaspoon of sage, maybe. I mean, even if you don't have it, it's not a big deal. And then we're going to do the traditional Italian finish here. So to every good bechamel, you either add butter if you're going French way, or Italian way is just a nice drizzle of real good olive oil. And it just brings it all together. And then I'm gonna move this around here, get that olive oil all incorporated. I can shut the heat off now. Tastes just gorgeous. Nice and silky. And then now I should be using like real good Parmigiano Reggiano, but I mean at 31, I think it was $30 for like a little block, and that's just not in my price house, so we're just going to use the crappy shaky cheese. Oven is ready for them to go in, but we're going to layer these up. My goodness, guys, so good. Okay, heat's off. Now we're just going to start adding some cheese. If my cheese will go. A good half a cup. Sorry, a cup, guys. I got enough in here for a cup. And then I'm just going to stir that in. And this is a nice change to a lasagna as well. Oh, the smell. I wish we had smell-o-vision right now, guys. Because if you could smell, and even a touch of lemon, if you want to put a touch of lemon in here, that would be delicious as well. But you see how it thickens it. Have your heat off, though. And it'll thicken more in the oven as well. That is one gorgeous sauce. Or, well, I believe tomato sauce. I think, well, I know they call it gravy. I mean, they don't call it a sauce. Tomato sauce, they call it a gravy. But There we go. Alright guys, I'm going to get you moved. I'm going to get my containers out. And then we are going to put this Alfredo lasagna together. I'll be right back. Alright guys, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to make it like a normal lasagna. Some on the bottom. Oh, the smell. The smell. Okay. Alright. So now, where'd I put them? Oh. These are not oven ready noodles. I could make my own noodles. I'm not gonna. But this is just normal lasagna. Okay. Measure it out. I save all those little pieces because I put them back. Like so. And if need be, I have more in the canning room. This is why I'm cooking them first. Yeah, there we go. And then okay, so now we have that. I am going to add a little bit more sauce. Little bumps you're seeing there is the soup. It just hasn't, it'll work itself in. A little more sauce. Because the noodles will absorb some, so don't be afraid to put some in there, okay? I need a little bit in that corner. There we go. Okay. So now we have our bowl of shredded chicken. And then we're just gonna place the chicken. I actually trialed what I wanted to do with our canning. So if you have canned chicken, like the normal canning that we do, you can do this with that as well. I'm gonna take that skin off. And then you just layer it on. Kind of move it so everybody gets a little piece. Dry my hands off here. And then I have a mixture of mozzarella. Oh, you guys can't even see that. There we go. A mixture of mozzarella and smoked cheddar. And the smoked cheddar is just a no-name cheese we get from our no-frill store. I buy it when it's $3.99. So now we're going to layer again, but you're going to go the opposite way and push down a little bit. This holds your lasagna in place. Okay, like so. I'm going to do this one up since I'm snapping here. Oh, sorry, I got to do the chicken first. You don't need a whole lot of chicken per layer. It's not something you need. But that's what I use. And this is another way to use your canning as well. Right? Always trying to find creative ways to use my canning. And this is, I think, one of the best ways I've ever thought. And then add our cheese. And I'm never shy with cheese. Michael actually wants one of these for lunch. I can do that. I put it on a cookie sheet. So if they boil over. I don't have any big mess. So now I'll take another little piece here, plop it there. For the sides, use the pieces like so. And then it's sauce time again. So that's all I'm going to do, guys. I'm just going to keep layering. And I'm going to make this for, everybody wants it for lunch. So I'm going to heat one up for lunch. But I'm probably going to use one of my glass Pyrex. Because this, you only need this in a nice salad. You don't need, you have everything in there you need. So, alright guys, I'll bring you back when we get ready to do some taquitos. Alright guys, we're going to get ready to do the taquitos now. I will leave the recipe in the description. Just going to get the cream cheese out. Try to move my mixer a tad here. And then we're going to wrap up the shepherd's pie, the hot beef sandwiches. We're going to get all that done. And then this might be a little bit long of a video, but and this is softened cream cheese. So I'm going to let the KitchenAid do the work. If all you have is a hand mixer, that works too. Or just good old-fashioned arm muscles. Whatever works for you, you do. Your kitchen, your rules. Alright. Then I'm going to get that stew in the oven for supper. And I used all the leftover lasagna noodles, and I made another small one for lunch. So that's perfect. Ooh, shoot. That's not good. Not good. Sorry about that. Alright. So now, we're going to get that started. So that was one block of cream cheese. Just going to get my measuring spoon. This will work. And then you want 1 teaspoon cumin. And this is 2 cups of chicken. Should have put that chicken in first. It'll be fine. And some juices. Missed a bone. So I'm going to close this up. I'm going to let it kind of go. Then I'm going to add 1 small can of chilies. You guys know what they look like. Tablespoon of parsley. Needs a little more cumin, guys, to be honest with you. Gonna add another teaspoon of cumin in there. Yeah, that seems better. 1.5 teaspoons garlic. And then we're gonna add the salsa. You can use any kind of salsa you want. That's basically just for the moisture content. Alright, now comes the fun part. Cheese. Like there's not enough going on in there, right? You start with 3 cups. Gonna add a bit of salt. There we go. And I need a chili powder. Teaspoon and a half of chili powder. There we go. Just gives it that smoky texture. Alright. I'm gonna get this cleaned off and then re-scoop it, and then I'll get you guys set up and then we'll roll some of these up together. Alright guys, so I ended up adding that other cup of cheese. I just want to make sure the bottom is all good to go here. Guys, when you guys freezer cook, do you guys create enough dishes to like sink an army? Like seriously, I am so sick of doing dishes, but I'm not going to let them pile. Oh, I hate that. Alright. Michael was out working, and of course here comes the storm. We had a real bad one last night. We had tornado warnings and everything else. Our weather is just crazy. Alright guys, so all you're going to do, now I just have the little ones. If you want to do the big burrito ones, I'll try to bring you guys in a tad bit closer. With this countertop, guys, I find it so hard to give you guys a good view, because the camera wants to reflect off it. So then you just pull it back and roll them up. And then when you want to bake it, brush them with a little bit of olive oil or a little bit of cooking spray will work just fine. So I'm going to, and if say you have more filling than wraps, this is freezable, okay? So grab it, pull it back, and then roll it up as tight as you can. So this is what they look. Oh wow, this is what they look like. So anyways, so Michael was out there working on that pig barn, and here comes another storm. We weren't even supposed to get any rain, but the skies are black, and I said there's no way you're wrecking my dad's tools to finish a pig barn in the rain. It's not happening. So he's gone out to move his ATV, and because he had everything out. Of course he's got to go for a rip on it first. Actually, I think that's Cody. Yeah, that's actually Cody. Alright. Yeah, it's Cody. He was helping Michael with the barn. Alright. Boys will be boys. Alright. You can fill them as much or as little as you want. And there we go. Try to lay them like this side. Oops, sorry guys. This side down. Okay. I'm hoping this video isn't going to be too long for you guys. but it may be. Alright, so I'm going to keep rolling, guys, and I'll bring you back when I pack them up. Alright, guys, we're going to finish the shepherd's pie up. And all I do, take my hair out of there, and that's horrible. I even cut all my hair off. Oh. And then whatever mashed potatoes I have left, I will just freeze. Can't dehydrate these because I put cream cheese and I put dairy in them, and I put heavy cream. So for next month's, if you guys want, send me your favorite freezer meal and we'll make it. Our email address is linked. You can reach me on Facebook group. And whatever you guys do freezer cooking, if you guys do freezer cooking, you want to send it to me, go right ahead. I'm always looking for something different, something new. There we go. Just like so. Then I'll probably put, I don't want to put too much potato on it. And I'll put these mashed potatoes in smaller bags as well. But that finishes that. Okay? Super easy. Hopefully I can get this video uploaded before this huge storm hits. Okay. The Alfredo lasagnas are still cooking away, and I'm making a mess behind me here. Okay, I need that spoon again. All right. So here is the gravy to go with the hot beef sandwiches right over here. So all I'm gonna do, I put 1 of 2 on there. I just mark it beef gravy. 2 of 1. 8.20. This is gonna make such a good crock pot meal. Now I'm gonna do this in a pitcher, I think. Find my pitcher there. Let's move you back. Get some more dishes out. Oh, good Lord, guys. But this is going to be so helpful. So helpful. Okay. And then I will show you the Alfredo lasagnas, because I do have to let them cool before I can put them in the freezer. So I have them on 350. It's about 40 minutes. You just kind of need to partially cook them. Don't have to be cooked all the way. There we go. So there's another one. Make sure that's sealed. Alright, here's the Taquitos. Here's the mix I have left. So I will just put that in there. So I would heat these at 425. I guess I better put that on there. 425. Spray with oil. 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll do that. So that's how I would do that, okay? Alright guys, I am going to get, I'll bring you right back. I'm going to grab the Alfredo lasagnas and I'll bring you right back. Alright guys, here they are. The other one's still in the oven. I just browned the cheese on the top. And I'm going to let them sit here and cool, and then I'll pack them away. Probably after dinner, because it'll take quite a while. So I'm going to put them on my other counter. And that is it, guys. We didn't get to marinating the chicken. I'm going to do that later. But this is what I was going to use. This is what I was going to use. Citrus herb chicken. Because I still have to fillet the chicken and stuff. But I've had you guys almost all day. So I hope you guys enjoyed these. Like I said, if you want me to cook a couple of your freezer meals, send them on over through the Facebook group or email or even just on this video. Just drop me a line and let me know. But I hope you guys enjoyed these freezer meals. I hope you try at least this one. So good, guys. So good. And I hope you guys enjoy them. And if you could hit that like button and that subscribe button and ring that little bell, that would be awesome. Alright guys, and I will see you guys super soon. Bye.